Hey trackies, welcome back to another video here on TXT Track Time. Please remember to like the video and also subscribe to the channel. Whoa, 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 wow. I am pleasantly surprised. I'm excited. This is exciting news. Exciting things are happening, trackies, and I'm about to tell you what's going on. Now, on the heels of Puma visiting the island of Jamaica, now they brought along with them some influencers. Now, I bring up the influencers because this is a key point to why I was very interested in what they were doing. So they brought along some influencers, and we did see them hanging out at what they dub Puma Island, of one of those little islands of the shores of Jamaica, still within our boundaries, but we still saw them hanging out with the greatest of all time, Usain Bolt, world record holder over the 100 meters and the 200 meters. So when I saw those type of shots, I was like, hmm, something is afoot. And then we saw them hanging out with the likes of the fastest woman alive over the 100 meters, Elaine Thompson Hera. Also saw them hanging out with the second fastest man ever over the 1 and 2, Johan Blake. Saw them with Hansa Parchment and as well Jadon Hibbert. Now, seeing those shots, seeing them with the influencers, I'm like, something is afoot here. There is no way Puma is just bringing influencers to Jamaica just to take a few shots here and there. Now, trackies, if y'all know anything about social media, if you follow social media with this whole, influencer situation that's going on now, you'll know that when brands, get influencers together, athletes together that they sponsor, you know that something is up, trackies. So I definitely had my eyes out, my ears out as well to see or hear exactly what was going on with Puma. But when I tell you, I was not expecting what they dropped tonight here at Champs Saturday. Now, in hindsight, it kind of does make sense because considering that, Jamaica is where it all started with Puma. Jamaica is their bread and butter when it comes to, countries that they sponsor heading into the Olympic Games. It's always been and will always be Team Jamaica. That's a brand that has literally propelled Puma into, money more sponsorship deals that they have with a lot more countries. But with that said, Puma Trackies has come out and launched the 2024 kit for the Olympic Games. Yes, the Paris Olympic Games here in Jamaica. And oh my God, when I tell you, I was absolutely floored. And yes, as I did say, pleasantly surprised because this was not something I was expecting. I was expecting something, but definitely not this. But again, in hindsight, thinking about everything, it definitely does make a lot of sense. Now, to the kids, I have to tell you, I am loving it. Our girls especially look absolutely phenomenal. Now, I don't want none of y'all to come at me and tell me, oh, here goes T again, harping on the girls. Yes, yes, yes. The girls need all the love, and I'm going to give them all the love, okay? So, our girls looked absolutely phenomenal. Now, the kit is yellow/black, and then they have the, I believe, track lines going through it with some nice little cutouts happening here and there. Just overall an exciting kit to look at. Now, personally, in my mind, when I go back to 2004, I think I've already said this to some of y'all, but I don't remember if I did. But yeah, for me personally, the 2004 kit was always my favorite, has always been my favorite. It's interesting to me though, because I did find out recently that people genuinely did not like the 2004 kit, and I was like, what? They didn't like it? It was so unique. Jamaica stood out from the crowd. You could see us from a mile away because nobody had kits like we did. So for me personally, the 2004 kit has always been my favorite and has always stood out to me, very unique. Plus also, it was Plus, also, I was definitely in my early days of watching track and field, and it left a strong impression on me as it relates to where Jamaica really stood in the world of track and field. So, with that said, seeing this 2024 kit, I am absolutely loving it. There's a black version, as I said, and there's a yellow version, and I love them both, especially again on the woman. Now, I did see Sharika done in the black, and then I looked and I saw Stacy and Elaine in the yellow version. Did see Karika Hill in also a different cut, as well as Kemba Nelson. So there's definitely an interesting variety when it comes to the styles available, because again, did see the color variation. One is either mainly yellow or mainly black, but then there's also one with a nice balance of black and yellow that I did see Kemba Nelson and Karika Hill donning. So very, very interesting looks, I would say, and I'm absolutely loving them. This may go down actually as my favorite uniform, especially the yellow. I'm telling you, the yellow is popping. There's just something about yellow on black skin, and there's also something about black on black skin. It just looks so good. So I love the black version and I love the yellow version of this, bathing suit cutout look. I'm absolutely adoring it. Now, when it comes to the men, this is the only thing I would say about the fit. The top is reminiscent of what the females are wearing, but for some strange reason, the bottom seems to not be done in the same style. It's mainly black with some, yellow stripes running through it. So, in my opinion, it kind of doesn't match the theme that I see going on here, because for me, the bottom of the kit should definitely be done in the same striped style, similar to the female's outfit, especially if you compare it to what Karika Hill had on and Kemba Nelson had on. Then you would get the vibe or understand the vibe why I'm saying the men's bottom seems like it's not yet finished. You know what I mean? Definitely seems like it's not yet finished. That's the only flaw I would say. And if this wasn't done already, and production is already set in stone, then I would say okay. If this was just a test run, I'd say okay, Puma, go back, switch out the men's bottoms. Make it as interesting as the top is, and yeah, we are set in gold. Especially think back to 2012 as well. The men's bottoms, the kits, they were very, very colorful and pretty, and was matching the same bottom as the females as well. They had some interesting design going on there with the shorts. So there's no way that they could not have done it, because again, looking at the females kit, it looks like it's completely done, well thought out, and just overall very good to look at visually. Now for the men's kit, it just looks like okay, they slapped on the top and forgot the bottom entirely, and they're like, oh my gosh, we forgot the bottom here, go with these black pants. You know what I mean? That's the vibe I got when I'm looking at this particular outfit. But anyway, overall, I absolutely love it, and it's great to see Puma not forgetting their roots and yet launching the Puma kits here in Jamaica. It's going to be interesting to see what it looks like in all the other Caribbean countries and all the other countries as well that they do sponsor heading into the Olympic Games. But for sure, I have to say the Jamaica kit always stands out and looks the best when it comes to, the color palette and making the designs, because the last time I checked, I think Puma actually did say this: when they're creating their designs, they create it with Jamaica in mind. What would look best with the Jamaican colors, and everybody else just unfortunately just has to work with that at the end of the day. So for sure, I'm enjoying this new look. I'd love to see it in the Bahamas blue, even the St. Lucian blue as well. Love to see it there. What would it look like in Trinidad red? You know what I mean? I'd love to see the different variations here. But with that said, I'm enjoying the kit. As I said, the only flaw in my mind is the men's bottoms. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Like the video and subscribe to the channel. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.